In the chaos of modern life, where destiny's winds are always blowing, we frequently imagine ourselves as floppy, looking for safe havens. However, the best refuge is within us, a fortification constructed from the cherished stones of emotionlessness. This former perspective, practiced by the sages from previous times, offers not just a point of view but instead a way to deal with living that requests adaptability, keenness, and the huge affirmation of our own capacities. 1. Embrace the division of control. A few things are an option for us, while others are not, was a statement from the incomparable, unemotional Epictetus. Begin by perceiving what you have some command over and what you ought to convey. The wild ought to be passed on to the powers of destiny, with our activities, contemplations, and sentiments under our influence. This affinity liberates us from the torture of endeavoring against the undaunted. 2. Act with reason and respectability. Marcus Aurelius, an intellectual ruler, beseeched us to play out every action like it were our last. Standoffish quality isn't just about tirelessness, be that as it may, living in course of action with nature and reason. Every task, each word, and each thought ought to be embedded with point and dependability. The method of restraint is the fundamental way worth strolling. 3. Transform difficulties into valuable open doors. Impediment isn't a word, however, a perspective. As shown by the sagacious, dispassionate Seneca, renunciation ought not be our reaction to any impediment we experience. Rather, we ought still up in the air to acquire strength through battle. As a metalworker goes from iron to steel through fire, so would it be a good idea for us we change our challenges into triumphs. 4. Foster self-esteem. The apathetic corridors are brimming with the Delphic proverb, know thyself. Ordinary reflection helps us with sorting out our disposition, our desires, and our reactions. We gain the capacity to dominate ourselves and adjust our activities to our qualities with this information. 5. Practice dispassion. To move toward life equitably doesn't infer diminishing the experience's light, yet rather improving its lucidity. We remain consistent in the two tempests of silence when it comes to triumphs and disappointments with composure. Inward harmony is based on this balance. 6. Regard connections and local area. We, restricted by progressing thoughts of humanity, are called to develop value and generosity inside our circles. Stoics understand that by lifting others we raise ourselves. Our interactions ought to reflect the respect and affection we want to see in the world. 7. Accept Token Mori's concept. Be aware that you will die. This solemn reflection is not an embrace of nihilism, rather, it is a reminder to live fully without reluctance or pettiness. We discover an ever deeper appreciation through death consciousness. 8. Maintain a versatile joy. In the pursuit of objective insight, we should not minimize the value of bliss, a delight that is not dependent on fleeting pleasures but rather comes from a source of inner satisfaction. A pleasure drives major areas of strength for forward the motivations of external circumstances. As we fabricate these inclinations inside the cauldron of everyday presence, we ought to review that Stoicism isn't a shield against trouble, however, a blade to use with mental grit and eagerness. We investigate the storms of presence through these directing stars. Let us move forward as a group to fulfill our shared destiny with open hearts and unwavering spirits. Join us as we embrace the apathetic way, an investigation into the intricacies of human soul and intelligence.